Good afternoon. This is SME on Point. My name is Liabo Setho, and yes, your favorite small business feature is back on your screen. And I'm looking forward to another amazing year where we're going to put small businesses first. So coming up is our featured business of the week, and later our guest is from ABSA, and we're going to talk about the common mistakes that entrepreneurs make when they're applying for funding and how to avoid them. But first, since it's the beginning of the year, it's also the beginning of a new academic year. I think our featured business of the week is a perfect fit. It was when Zuki Mzozoyana herself felt like a misfit in the traditional schooling system that she started a business aimed at creating a community of post-school young adults and out-of-career professionals who want to learn differently. Those who want to launch careers that define their own terms. And this is Zuki's story. All Zuki Mzozoyana wants to see is a community of free thinkers, a community that will create entrepreneurs in numbers. It was through her own experience with traditional schooling that her entrepreneurial journey is premised. She's the founder of 21st Century Humans and Innovator Gap Year Academy. Here she guides post-school young adults and in-between career professionals to think of shaping the career they want and not one determined by the system.
The reality is the world now is in favor of entrepreneurs, but there isn't a safe path of learning to get you there. And that's what I want to create. I want to create school for entrepreneurs in a way that we practice the ideas as opposed to theorizing them.
One of the services her academy offers is the Innovator Gap Year. A gap year is a year off between high school and university. It has been touted as a healthy break from a monotonous school life that can give you time to figure out life when you're not quite ready to dive into the world of work. She hopes to absorb those who passed matric in 2019 and are yet to figure out their next step.
There was no room for gap years in the previous dispensation because gap years have this reputation that you're just going to spend money, go around the world or locally, doing nothing constructive. So we deliberately put our learning journey within the gap year space because it acts as a bridge when you're making big decisions. So it's a bridge between your matric year and your university year. Or you could be in university and thinking, now that I have this degree, what kind of career path does it lead me to? So you want to know how you can use what you have. It's important to stop and think for yourself how to structure what is your next chapter. So you do it in a way that makes sense for you. So it's a safe place to learn.
The program costs 25,000 rands per person. It runs over 6 months with a maximum intake of 26 students aged between 18 and 29. It begins every year in March.
What they learn is to answer 3 critical questions which forms the basis of our program. Who am I? What problem in the world do I want to solve? And what does my immediate environment then require? So that takes us through so many parts of learning.
Over how long?
6 months.
Okay.
So we run the program over 6 months. So we're starting now in March and we will end at the end of August or early September. And at the end of that program, we would have learned how to think about creating your own business. So when you answer the question, what problem in the world do I want to solve? You have to learn problem solving. You have to learn how to go from an idea to a business, really, and how to shape that into something that can sustain you.
Mzozoyana shares how her own entrepreneurial journey has been going throughout the years.
Trial and error. So I've had previous entrepreneurial ventures that failed. And by the way, that's a thing to be celebrated. That's how you learn. You've got to break stuff for you to learn and piece it all together again. So I've worked in corporate and got very senior in the corporate space, but always knew that it wasn't for me. But I knew there were valuable skills that I can learn from those environments. So I start a business, I fail it. And when I fail it, I go back to corporate, fix myself up, dust off, learn something new, go back. When I eventually found this, it was at a point where I decided it's time to be truthful about me. What is it that I want? Because it's easy to think that entrepreneurship is chasing other people's dreams and passions because it might be the winning thing at the time. It might be the attractive thing, or you see somebody that looks like they're succeeding and you're like, I want to replicate what they did. But the truth about entrepreneurship is it's your personal gift to the world.
The Academy is currently accepting applications until February. Liabo Setho, Johannesburg.